The other one is data mining, which is always a big topic, obviously, with everybody these days. So this one here is going to use a lot of events, as you can see. And it's also going to use that undocumented event, and it's also going to use a Windows timer. But the idea is that in-house, we extract over 80 metrics every time somebody launches Revit, and in milliseconds. Um, I'm not going to show you all those metrics here. We don't have. There's about 30 or 40 metrics in this example that run out to a CSV file, but it's very similar, and I'll show you in Power BI as well the results and how useful it can be. I'm commenting out that one. And this one here is data mining. Okay, so let's go to data mining. If I just launch Revit, it would run this tool, but I'm going to debug it so that we can step through the code. As you can see, we're registering a lot of events here. And this one here is an undocumented event that will fire. If I hover over it, it'll tell you what it does. I think it will, or here. It execute when a ribbon item is executed, basically. And it says it right there in the middle of that string. It's hard to see it probably, but whenever you fire a ribbon item, it'll actually execute. And I'll show you when I have it in here so that I can count how many times somebody launches Dynamo and use that in my data mining. So it's going to register these guys here, same way as before. I could explain this heartbeat timer. I'm not sure if I should right now, but the idea is that when we started doing data mining and started writing stuff out to a SQL database, we found that files never closed sometimes. We were like, what the heck's going on? You know what happened? Revit crashed. So we had no record of Revit closing because Revit just blinked away because someone used Dynamo or something else happened, and Revit blinked away and our database didn't know it. So we sent a 15-minute timer record so that we know Revit's running still. And at the end of the day or end of a certain period, we know that Revit crashed. We have that in our actual data in Power BI. So we know when Revit crashes, basically, for people. I know you probably didn't know that, Paul, but we do. And when I talk to people, usually it's when they're printing the PDF or when they're doing something stupid in Dynamo or they're doing something else that happens that crashes Revit. But anyway, that's what that heartbeat timer is for. And right now, I'm just going to step through this code quickly, and I'm going to start a stopwatch because I want to know how long Revit's open for, too, by the way. So I'm starting a stopwatch for when Revit actually is open, so I can keep track of that and writing it out to my array. And I'm writing out to my CSV file on Revit startup. So I'm doing a lot of writing out to a text file, by the way, here, to a CSV. And let me just run this guy instead of stepping through all these text stuff here. And let's get into the file. And most users don't know this is up and running in our firm, unless there's a problem. So right now, document is opening. I'm verifying it's an RVT file. If it's not, I don't care. And I'm starting a stopwatch. So I want to know how long it takes to open up this file. So document opening. I hit run. This is a small file, so I'll be quick. So here's document opened. So there's document opening when it starts to open and after the file opens. And then here, I'm getting how long it took to open that file. It only took 17 seconds. But we have files that take 8 minutes. Obviously, that cause problems. And I'm writing it out to a CSV file, the information, and also the event name. And this is all, again, in the handout that you guys are going to get. So it's going to open up that model. If I sync, well, it goes into document syncing event, and I'm starting a stopwatch. I want to know how long it takes to sync a model. When it finishes syncing, it goes into the document synced. Simple as that. So the events are just firing, and I'm getting the time that it takes to fire to stop us when the sync finishes, in this case. And I'm writing out to a text file. If I run Dynamo, or anything in the ribbon, actually, if I wanted to. Right now, I'm just monitoring for Dynamo. Dynamo's going to launch, and on item executed event, that undocumented event, I'm just going through every one of the ribbon items. If Dynamo is what comes up, then I'm going to count that in my metrics. But you can count for anything else on the ribbon. Yeah.
Instead of writes the text file, is it possible to type something else?
Oh yeah.
File or...
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. The output file means can be anything you want. So I know when Revit gets launched, or sorry, Dynamo gets launched. Back to Revit here. For some reason I went back into there, but I went back to Revit. Okay, so what else do we need to do here? I close the model. No, I'm not gonna, I'll just close the model. I'll relinquish. It goes document closing event, and in this case, I'm just documenting that it closed. Honestly, I don't even care how long it takes to close. There's a lot more metrics that I'm not showing you that I'll show you in Power BI that we're gathering here, by the way. When I close Revit, now I'm getting how long it took Revit to close. So if I unregister these events, like I'm supposed to, and I have a Revit stopwatch. So Revit was open for almost 3.5 minutes. That's it, in this case. I'll run it, and then I'm writing back to our text file, CSV file in this case, and that's it. But yeah, it does that sometimes. So let me show you the output of what this tool can do right now. So under data mine, this is where all the examples are for the code. So these are the files, these ones you already looked at already, but here's data mining. Here's a CSV file it's written to, and you can see it's written to just now. And here's a Power BI file. Let me minimize these guys here. Because of the text file, I'm gonna actually reload this guy, update this, refresh this Power BI file. So the idea is that, so right now, this is the data I gather. I gather data here in 3 tabs here. Model data. In this case, there are 3 files that I opened up a while back, a BIM 360 model, but also these 2 files. The model size over time. I also have red, green, and yellow as far as the file size goes. So if it's over a certain size, I have it as red, as you can see. And let's see here. And of course, how many links are in the model. Again, a lot of this stuff I didn't show you because we have a limited amount of time here, guys. But it's all in the code. But I'm getting all the links in the models. I'm getting all the imports and links, all the warnings. So all this information is coming from that code we just ran through, even though I didn't go through each one. If I went through each one, that'd be a whole class by itself. User data. So here's Revit file path for the last 3 months. Here's Dynamo usage over the last 3 months. How long it took to open, the model open times. Most of them have been green. I probably have a couple of reds in here somewhere, oranges. Model sync times, and all the document events that happened during this test. So everything that happened, every event I'm firing on, if the model was open, is work shared, if I opened the central file directly, if I opened it up detached. So I'm getting a lot of information in this one example. Revit computer data. So this is actually to use my computer. So how much hard drive space do I have, available hard drive space? How much RAM? We run into running out of RAM all the time at our firm when people are opening up models. The Mohawk model especially, one project we have. Even temp files are important. If you guys know Revit a lot of times when you have a lot of temp files in your computer and Revit acts goofy, deleting your temp files can actually make Revit run faster or better. So temp files we're gathering here as well. How long Revit was open. So there's a lot of information here. And also we share this information through Power BI Service. If you get Power BI Pro, or even not even Power BI Pro, if you get even the free version, but write out to a text file instead of a database, you can actually share that information and using Chrome or other. We have a bunch of. I have my movies in here too, by the way, but we have a bunch of things in here. Like here's the one for this example. So really, it's the same information, It's just the fact that I can share this with anybody I want in a firm. In our firm, all the BIM leaders have access to it, ours, and so does our tech services and BIM support. But yeah, it's just a matter of helping the users work more efficiently. That's the whole goal behind it.
Is Power BI part of the Autodesk subscription, or is that separate?
Oh, that's different. That's Microsoft.
Microsoft. Okay.
But all I'm showing right now, you can do with the free version. The only thing you can't do is if you're using the SQL database, you have to have the pro version to share it with other people. But if you're using like a CSV or Excel, then it's free. Exactly. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff I didn't show you, like we're getting the file version, we're getting hard drive space, but it's all in the example, to be honest, that you're going to have.